it's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Nancy and I'm on the WW Personal Points Plan, and I love bringing you videos centered around WW content. My 0 point foods are corn, popcorn, fruits, vegetables, fish, shellfish, lean turkey, and chicken, along with eggs. So today I have a great grocery haul for you. I went shopping today at Sprouts, and so I thought that I would share my grocery haul with you. I had a hurried morning. It was so wild, but I made it home. I want to do this quick grocery haul with you and see what you think. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so if you've been following me along, you know that I have a new kitchen. I moved recently, and I have a new kitchen, and so until I get my layout properly done and how I'll bring these videos to you going forward, I'm just gonna hold these items up and, you know, show them to you, because the counter space actually turns out to be a little smaller in my new kitchen, so I'm gonna have to work to figure that out. But let's go. I like to start with produce. So the first item that I picked up are mustard greens. You know, I love mustard greens. I like them because they have, of course, a distinct taste to them, and they are so good for you. You will know that you have the mustard green by the curly ends of the leaf. So I love a good mustard green. I picked some of those up. Along with those mustards, I picked up a Swiss chard. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? The rainbow Swiss chard. And you know what? This will go great with my mustard greens. Just chop them, like shred it really thin strips, and just put them together in your pot. Really good combination. So nice and green, and I love Sprouts. You know, they really do focus on kind of the whole food aspect. So they do a great job, and they have tons of various vegetables and beans and that kind of thing. Okay, so I picked up some tomatoes, and these were called Sunset Zima tomatoes. Look at that, pretty orange color. These are grape-sized tomatoes, so I'll add those to my wraps and my sandwiches. I also picked up some cabbage. Oh, if I move the camera, sorry about that. A head of cabbage. It's a smaller head. You know, sometimes we don't go through the cabbage as much as we should. And you know, a head of cabbage will sit in my drawer for a while, so I tend to get the smaller ones and maybe have it for 2 servings. And sometimes I'll make a coleslaw out of that cabbage. I love coleslaw. Just a little bit of light mayo, some salt and pepper. Shred your cabbage thinly, put it in the fridge, let it get cool on you. And if you have it, shred a few carrots. Really good homemade coleslaw. Okay. Another item that I picked up, and I'm excited to try this from produce. It's artisan lettuce. There are 4 different types of lettuce in this one box. So let me see if I can take it out of the box and show you without making a mess. But here's one, like a red leaf lettuce, and then oh, it seems like they're just 2. Let's see. It just says, oh, Tanamura and Antil. Those are the lettuces. And is lettuce plural? Lettuces. And then here's the other, a green leafy lettuce. But of course I use lettuce for all kinds of things. And here's that green. So it's nice that there's something different. And there are 4 heads in here. Really cool. Okay, I also picked up a cucumber. So I love adding those to my sandwiches and my wraps. Okay, for fruit, I picked up a couple of red pears. Don't you just love the color of a red pear? They're so, it's almost like a little jewel. So I picked up a couple of those. And let's see. It looks like that's it for produce. So let's move on. Okay, guys, let's move on to meat and protein. So, you know, I mentioned that Sprouts really does a good job with kind of bringing you whole foods, foods that are just a little tad healthier for you in some aspects. So, for example, a lot of their protein is skinless. So they have this boneless chicken tenders. These are chicken breast tenders. So I picked up a few of those. And, you know, my husband and I love to have those almost drenched in a little flour and air fried. They of course come out a little crispy like chicken tenders. Really fun little treat. I have been loving fish lately, and I decided to just go for it and get some fish in bulk, especially what I've been loving recently. And I bought some tuna steaks. So there are 6 steaks in here, and they look really good. So wild caught tuna steaks, premium center cut, great for grilling. Each package contains 5 to 6 steaks. So I've been loving tuna steaks, so I'm happy to get that. I also picked up in bulk some tilapia. So, you know, I know that tilapia can be a controversial fish, but I love it because of its mild flavor. And there are sections of the tilapia fillet that are very thick, and then it kind of evens out and gets thin on you in the end. And it's just a great fish for pan frying, for throwing in the oven, and of course frying. This is a great fried fish. So I picked up some of those tilapia fillets. They're up to 7 in this package. So I've been loving fish. And then I picked up some skinless chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I love the thigh on the chicken because of course it's really juicy. And one of my favorite things to do with the boneless, skinless thigh is to make a chicken club sandwich out of it. In fact, I'm probably gonna do that today. A little salt and pepper, get your cast iron skillet really hot or your grill pan really hot. Throw those in, quick cook, you know, and you have something really nice. Put it in between bun, some of that artisan lettuce that I showed you. And who needs fast food? You have you a wonderful grilled chicken sandwich on that juicy boneless thigh. Okay, now that's it for those. The last thing I picked up actually is a piece of salmon. So they had salmon on sale today for $7.99 a pound. It was Atlantic salmon fillet farm. Fresh farmed salmon, so that means of course it's going to be fatty, and I love this fatty salmon. And at $7.99 a pound, I couldn't resist it. You know, everything is so high in the grocery store these days, so I had to get that while it was on sale. Okay, one of the really cool things about Sprouts grocery stores is that they offer groceries in bulk. And you know, it's the holiday season, so it's time to bring in just a few treats. And I picked up some glazed pecan. So you could buy them in bulk. You basically scoop it out, put it in a plastic bag, and just label your tag with what you have, and they ring it up for you. But these are such a treat during the holiday, the glazed pecans. My husband loves them. I love them. And you see there, it's just, whew, yum. Another nut that I picked up are these honey roasted peanuts. What a great treat. So I'll probably empty out both of these nuts into some kind of glass container and leave it on the countertop. And then we can just treat ourselves, you know, when we want something sweet. Nuts during the holiday to me is such a great way to make your house a little bit more festive and offer something different to your family. Okay, that's it, I believe, with the exception of one last item, and it's new for me. And they're called mung beans. So, again, this was a bulk item over at Sprouts. The protein value of these mung beans was incredible, and fiber. So I had to pick them up. I've never had them before, but again, they're called mung beans, and I'll show you what they look like. Let's see how well I can get them into the frame. little green beads. And I bet you these are akin to a lentil in terms of cooking time. I hope. Because they're so tiny. And again, the nutritional value on these mung beans was just incredible. So I can't wait to give them a try. I have a little leftover Thanksgiving and Christmas ham that I've frozen, that it probably would be really good to put these into that mung bean rather, and have it for lunch. Have you ever had the mung bean? Let me know. You might be able to give me some tips on how to cook this in the future. But, you know, again, I just love Sprouts. They really do focus on healthy foods, whole foods. Of course, they have a whole section in that grocery store dedicated to wellness, things like vitamins and protein shakes. Oh, speaking of protein shakes, I do have one fun item that I picked up. Hold on, let me find it. It is a matcha latte. Look at that. It says vegan protein. You know, I thought this would be so good to put into one of those Premier protein shakes like the vanilla, and mix the matcha in and have a matcha latte, or add it to maybe some almond milk. But I couldn't pass the matcha. I love it. But again, Sprouts is just, you know, they're known for really cool things like this. Protein shakes, vitamins, supplements. It's a great grocery store. Okay, that's it for my Sprouts grocery haul. Just a quick little haul. Wanted to bring that to you. And I hope that the next time around, the setup will be a little nicer. And of course, I'm moving towards plans to redo my kitchen. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Okay, and until the next video, see you guys. Bye.